Welcome back. Another Saturday night. Some MREs tonight. Locally sourced. That is extremely rare. Gotten cases that Gabe has brought me before that he sourced locally to him. But I can't think of... Well, there's been a couple times. But I don't remember getting a vintage case, which I guess these are 20 years old. Well, they're 22 years old. Wow. 22 years old. It's crazy. 2004. TTI is not looking so hot. Here's what it's supposed to look like. There's what it looks like. Pretty dark in the middle. What I will say about the TTIs, though, which we'll get into this in a second. We'll let some more folks get in here. Oh, you guys can't even see it. There you go. Can I back that up any? There. Both TTIs. Do I need to back it up or move it? I can't back it up anymore. This one closer, maybe? Yeah, there we go. That's what it's supposed to look like. It should be a little lighter than that. These 2022s have seen some heat. The center should look like the same color as the outside right here. After 3 or 4 years, they shouldn't really start changing unless they've been exposed to some heat. And that's what these things are for, supposedly, is to let you know if they've seen heat. What's it say on there? Fresh check. These exact same ones. Yep. 77112. Wait, okay, maybe that's not what it says. It says TTI 112. Same thing that one says. Probably came off the same sheets. They probably keep them in a refrigerator or something. Something along those lines. Cold storage of some kind. I doubt they make them new every year. They might. They might. Because they are a freshness indicator. Okay, let me make a post real quick. I got a couple boxes to open. You know, this is something that I did not realize. Let me scoot this all the way back. Flush with the back. The size difference between a 2004 case and a 2002 case, which I do have a... what case was that? A 2013 case, I think, that I went and got to compare. And here, I'll just go grab it. I know it's easy to get. Okay. I have just an old ratty empty case here. That is from 2014. And I guess I haven't noticed that the weight has changed as much. I know it changed with the new style. The transparent bag, Sopaco or Americoil style bags that they're using now, which I guess are really miniature versions of these. And I've got to order some of the CCARs. Okay, let me make a post real quick. Grab a picture. But you can clearly see, with the way I've got these sitting, the difference just size-wise. We'll take a look at the ends here in a second. I don't know if I can spin them around to where it's pretty heavy. We can read them or not. At least we can read the top one. This one is 20.7 pounds for the 2022s. The 2004s are 21.8 pounds. You can see that. This is 0.99 cubic feet. This is 0.80 cubic feet. So they've taken 0.2 of a cubic foot off of these boxes. And I also noticed that the amount of weight, the crushing weight, what do they call that? The guaranteed bursting test on this one is 425 pounds, and on this one it is 550 pounds. So you can stack 550 pounds as long as it's spread evenly on top of this, and it won't burst. Pretty awesome for a box. I mean, it's overly engineered. No outer sleeve in 2004. I think I'm going to say... See, I had 99s that had outer sleeves. And I think I had some 2002s. Or maybe it was 2000s that had outer sleeves as well. So it had to have ended right there somewhere, because I'm pretty sure 2001s were sleeveless like these. You guys know what I'm talking about with the outer sleeves. The same way the MCI cases are. The old MRE cases had outer sleeves. I like the older design with the outer sleeve. It just really ensured the protection of the box. Plus, it was extra insulation from heat or whatever. Okay, I think I got my picture. Let me make a really quick post here. And we're going to open up the 2004 case here. Both of these cases are Warnick, so that's cool. So it's like a direct comparison. And if you notice, I don't know if you can read them both. I know you can't. But the contract number at the top is exactly the same. There. Pulled it up a little bit. It's 8970-00-149-1094. Same on that 22-year gap right there. So this is different. So this must be something to do with logistics or batch numbers or something. I'm not sure what the SPE number, or this is a SPE. This is SPM 300-03-D-Z107. This is Z147. And how close in the year are these? Let's see. 42nd day, 224th day. Not very close. Real quick, let me make the post. Kind of goofing around a little bit. Select more photos. Done. And I do, like I said, I've got boxes to open up. We could, we might go ahead and open at least one of those right now. Let me get this post done. Oh, dang it. Start over. I didn't get the link. What am I doing? Go to my page, because it's not showing up any other way. Share. There we go. But yeah, I've got some really cool stuff that we need to open up. The 1959s are just awesome. I need to dye my beard. It's been 6 months or longer. Okay, I've got the link now. Post. Paste. Okay. What was I going to use my phone for? I was going to show you guys something. What was I doing? Oh. No idea what I was doing. Just going to pull these off of here. Yeah, let's just do this. Let's pull these off of here. Let's open these boxes real quick. Or at least one of them for sure. Oh, this is the heavy one. This is a misprint box too. Check this out. You see all the B's printed on the box. And then on the end here, it says 12 meals A. I assume this is going to be a case A. I don't know. Fully 2 case A's with 24 meals started in 1998. So this is 6 years after we started having 24 different menus. 96 we only had 16. 97 we had 20. Yes. 16 and then 20. So we had 4 duplicates in case A, in case B, 497s. Yes. And in 98 we finally got our 24 meals. Oh, I forgot to take my garlic. I knew I was forgetting something. That's all right. I'll take it later. Package. What did I do with it? What did I do with it? Oh, it's right here. Oh, right here. Let's start with this one. I'll look at the chat here too, real quick. Check the chat. Check the chat. What's up, Mike? Mike. What's up, Joe? Marguerite? Is that correct? Marguerite? We got Joe. We got what's up, Storm Tracker? What's up, Charles? Oh, thanks. Yeah, the beard kind of came about the way it is right now because I got hurt and couldn't get up and shave. So I stopped looking in the mirror. Hey, what's up, Greg? O'Ree? Gregory in the house with the pink hands. My man. You know what? Let me text Dan too, because I ain't talked to Dan in a few days, and I like it when Dan shows up. Dan's my dude. We talk all the time anyway, so. Oops. What's up, Hart? Hart Miller? So I haven't seen this one yet. What's in here? Let me grab a different knife. I always just use what's on my pocket or what's laying around. You know what? It's been so long that I can't remember who sent this to me. But this is a knife that somebody sent me. I'd have to go back and check through my videos to remember who sent it. I used to remember, but this was made by Matt, that guy that had that like gun YouTube channel, Demolition Ranch. Super cool knife. Super cool. It's got like a little set of dog tags, little stainless steel dog tags in there. Little bag. Really cool. I don't know if it's textured or what. Really nice metal frame. Yeah, this thing's nice. And it's super, super sharp. Let's look. Oh, wow. Yeah, real sharp. Definitely don't want to accidentally cut into this because that would be tragic. And I've only got one of these. I tried my hardest to win both of these because there was 2 of them. I wanted to be able to open one on a live stream and then have the other one if I ever decided I wanted to do a review or whatever. Oh man, this is factory sealed. Well, hang on, let me cut my address off of here. This is not my public address. Huh. Oh, they do tape this? Glue it? Good Lord. Alright, there. Now my address is off of it. Wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be. Frame locked. Oh, it's got a... Dang, that thing's stiff. I guess I need to use it more, huh? Oh, I didn't even open it. Duh. Or did I? I thought I cut this. No, I did that to the other end. This end's acting like it's factory sealed still. We're good. There we go. This thing is going to be super cool. I mean, I'm telling you, this is going to be a fun one. Well, the other one's just amazing as well. This is the first time I'd ever seen one of these, though. Oh, man. That was a little bit unnecessary. There we go. Jeez. Lots of tape. Nope. What do we got here? Oh, they sent some extras. Oh, no way. Look at there. They sent some jelly bars from 1962 U.S. Air Force ST, so Survival Tropic Bailout Ration. And, oh, they sent an MRE Mountain sticker. This did not come from MRE Mountain. Let's see what else this says here. The gum is from a 1980 MRE. One with malformed gum. Looks like. I can't tell what that says. Looks like. I think that means malformed gum. Looks like. Oh, this is looks like a tooth. I think is what they. Look at that. That's cool. I've actually never encountered that before. That is cool. That will go on display because wow, what a weird little interesting item to come across. I like that box right there is a misprint, and nobody collects like they do cards and stuff to collect a misprint case of MREs except super nerds like me. I will keep that box and cherish it because of that. That's a skinny little pack of Beachies. Look at this. Look at the difference between this and the Chiclets. Look at the size difference. Wow. I assume these came out of like an MRE. Date code. No date code. Made by the Lifesaver Incorporated company, or made by Lifesavers Incorporated. Very, very cool. You gotta love having some Beachies. Made by Beechnut. Well, Lifesaver, but Beechnut Company. Right there. Or no, Beechnut Quality is what it said. I thought it said company. Huh. Alright. Well, cool. I don't know who to thank for this, actually. Look at these jelly bars. Wow, these things are toasty. My lord. I bet you they still taste good, though. Look at that. That's supposed to be 5 different little jelly bars, I'll bet. Oh, that thing's hard as a rock. Wow. I'm a little clogged up, but I don't smell anything. Still cool display items. Still cool display items. I will keep that paper with it as well. I will flip this jelly bar over because my OCD will bother me not having it upright. There we go. Oh, those are my chiclets that I took off my shelf. There we go. Okay, they said that MRE Mountain might have more of these, is what they said here. I wonder how much. I paid up for this thing, so I wonder how much MRE Mountain, if they have it. I guess I'm going to have to look. I got zero comment about the MRE Mountain thing. It's been a long time since I even uttered that word. If that tells you anything. Not to get weird about it, but yeah. Let's set that back here. I must say thank you to the person that I got these off of on eBay for sending along those extras. They're much appreciated. There we go. And they definitely took their time to package this well, ship it well. And look at this thing. Oh. All right. We made a little bag here out of bubble wrap. Yep. Yep. I can get it out of there. Wow. Look at that. I thought I bought the one with the label that wasn't messed up, but Turkey Tetrazzini. This is a 1994-ish, I think. They had opened one and showed me contents of one that they opened. I'd have to go back and check my eBay, like go back through my messages and pictures. I think they said it was a 94. I'm kind of curious what's under that label. Is this, since it's already ripped, may as well try to look. Just a plain, no print MRE bag. Well, it's going to be hard to save that label, too. It's a peelable seal. Huh. Made by Sinpack. 94? Yeah. Maybe they were 91s or something. I can't remember. I'd have to go back and look. But they did have one that they had opened and like showed the contents of. They threw some of it away and gave the rest that I apparently they thought was worth saving to their. I think they said that their child was a collector, so at least the decent items ended up in collector hands, which is good. I really do wish I would have gotten the other one. What's up, Pete? Hey, Curious Pete. Ain't seen you in a minute. Good deal. Have 43 back? Oh, thanks, Greg. He said, don't forget to smash that like button. Hey, what's up, Fireman Food? Man, I have got to get with you and get you. I'm going to have some pretty cool stuff coming up here pretty soon anyway, but I want to send you some stuff anyway, just like a preliminary package of, goodies. And you're not that far from me. I went to Kentucky earlier today, and something that took me a little bit of extra time, this might get a little, I guess, I don't know, it doesn't matter. I found a tick on me earlier. And then when I got out of the shower, I had Amber come in there and check me over really good. And it was a Lone Star tick. I assume I picked it up in Kentucky earlier today or this morning. That's the only thing I can figure. But yeah, look, there's something up with that, the whole tick thing that's going on. I don't know whether to try to set this on my shelf somewhere, because I have no idea what's going to be in here. There's going to be some weird items in here, which is what makes this thing super cool. Like, I don't know if a review of one of these exists on YouTube. Maybe it does. I don't know. This would have been menu 4, obviously. Menu number 4, turkey tetrazzini. Wait, is there a date code on? Did Simpak put stamp date codes on the? Oh, whoa. Ooh, that's crunchy. Oh, they just put a bunch of tape down there. Well, if it's down there, I'm not going to be able to see it. Yeah, maybe. Nope. Oh, right there. Right there. 1995. The 136th day, it looks like. Yep. 5136. So this would be 1995, interestingly enough. Huh. Well, how about that? That's the freaking area, area, no, not area code, the zip code. Brain fart. Zip code for Cincinnati, 45212. Huh. Yeah, that would make sense, because Gallipolis is 45. What the heck? I just forgot the zip code for Gallipolis. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It'll come to me. 45. Starts with 45, I know that. Not 67. Instead of reusing, well, I mean, I like the bubble wrap bag that they made. Let's see if I can maybe shove it back down in there real quick. Nope, it's not going to happen. But yeah, stupid tick I took off myself a little bit ago. Yeah, that's not going to work. I'm going to end up getting tape stuck to the MRE. Just going to wrap it with this. The main thing is to try to not mess this label up any more than it already is. To not lose it. That's the goal, anyway. There we go. Good, and I wrapped it backwards. Of course I did. That's okay. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Good enough. One down. I was going to tell you guys the difference between the 2014 case as well. 2014 case is 0.8, but its weight was different. It was 20.5 pounds. So we got 20.5, 21.8, and 20.7. So they actually got heavier from 2014 to 2022 by 0.2 of a pound. Huh. That's crazy. I think my fan's on high too, guys. Yep, it was. Alright. Well. Yep, you know what? I was going to try to wait on this because it takes so long to get opened up. And I'd like to check the weight on this because this does feel lighter than the one that was already open. Good enough. But if I gotta hit these people up because of damage, I paid a lot of money for these things, and I paid a lot of money for shipping that they didn't spend on shipping. And I even offered to send them more money through PayPal to go out and buy some pillows and some totes. I don't know how this box is constructed. I think there's a seam here. There it is. Stupid flaps. And this thing did take a pretty solid hit on one of the corners, and I'm going to bet that wasn't there. Again, I don't know if you guys see it. See that? That wasn't there. I'm not so sure that was either, but I know that wasn't there. Unless that was hidden in pictures somehow. Let me see if I can dump it out. Oh, crikey. I'm going to have to do it off screen here. I'll talk this RLRP prototype. Oh. Alright. Which side's up? Dang it. Alright, there it is. Fully sealed still. Appears to have some new staining. Definitely took a hit on this corner and this corner right here. Dang. That is not what I wanted to see. Oh! Not too much rust in there. I mean, these things are full of rust. It's inherently how they are. Hinge this in. So, it's supposed to weigh 23 pounds and 0.85 cubic feet. So, very similar in size to that smaller MRE case of today. And here is our information side. Made by Booth Fruit Company. There's your contract number. Quartermaster in August of 1959. Not so sure what that sticker's about. It was on the other one as well. And then there's your information on the box and whatnot. It looks like a 350-pound. I don't know. We looked at the last one. I was just curious. I'm going to have to go back and inspect the pictures, but I'm pretty sure this thing's seeped through and gotten wet from leakage. Which sucks because it got thrown around and it was probably stored standing upright the wrong way. And I specifically asked them to make sure to label the outer box, this side up, top, bottom, sides. That way, a decent worker working for the Postal Service would set it upright. They'd keep it upright and label it fluid, or it's got fluid in it. So I don't know. Still, it's a sealed case. Judging by what the other one looks like, unless the other one was opened a long time ago to negate damage from creeping in, but this looks and looked pretty good. That staining is concerning, though. That means it's stained through the outer sleeve, through the inner box and through the outer sleeve, and then rusted the bands. So anyway, there it is. Oh, I'm going to check the weight on it. I might do that after we get this case open. What are you doing, Lucy? What are you doing, Lucy? Okay. There we go. Now it's time to open this 22-year-old MRE case. So how's everybody's week? Any news to report? We got a holiday coming up on Monday. Things have gotten a little crazy already from what I've seen of things circulating online. Pretty, I don't know if I'd call it typical or standard stuff, but there's been some stuff happening. I saw some stuff in New Jersey, didn't look too good. Oh, I think something happened at the White House today too. I can't say it because YouTube, how it is now, it's extremely politically correct. And so I mentioned Matt's Demolition Ranch channel, and they pretty much ran all those out of existence. Like they more or less don't exist anymore. They got a few that they allow to exist, but most of them no. Using 5th grade 95. Let's see, 95, I would have been in maybe 5th or 6th grade. I graduated when I was 17, but I graduated in 2000. Take 5 years off of that. I'd have been in 7th or 8th grade, right? Dang it. 4 years of high school, and then back another year, so that put me likely in 8th grade. So there's a few years between us then. All right, these are the. What is this? Okay, this is the case. Yeah, this is the case. Okay. Oh, like I said, it's got bees printed on it on the box. So I guess it is possible that these could be. Wait. Why did I think this was case A? Wait a second. I'm losing my mind. What in the world? How did I get confused? Anyway, I guess I can. I just had a brain fart. Or something. Stroke. What? I wonder what the -001 is. I'm just... Why did I think this was case A? Anyway, I guess we got case B. I saw something on here that told me... Oh, it's on the end right here. Right here. Right there. 12 meals. A. A. And if it's a case B, right here, it says B. Huh. Okay, so I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Not too crazy. Anyway, zoom out. Get these bands pulled off and let's get this box opened up because I want to see. I don't even know what menus are in here. It's been a while since I've had, like, other than the 2001s that Scott sent me. The 5 days prior to 9/11s. Oh, did somebody spray painted the box? You can see right where the straps were at. Get off of there. There we go. Playing with the straps, Lucy. Playing with the straps. Alright, I don't know whether to open the... Usually I do open the bottom. That way I can keep the top closed up. I think that's how I done the last case, isn't it? Yeah, let's do that. And then I'll flip the inner sleeve later. See, instead of putting that outside sleeve around the box, they put it inside. If the crackers are dusty, I'm snorting them. Case probably shrunk after the box is inside. Wait, case is probably shrunk after the box is inside. MREs got discontinued. Graduated the same. Oh, yeah, I graduated at 17 as well. Yep. Yep. All right, let's rip this bad boy open. Gee whiz. What in the world? Man, that's some good glue. Sometimes it just comes right off, and sometimes it's like this. Yikes. What's up, Garfield? What's up, buddy? What are you doing, bub? Huh? What are you doing, Bubba? You want to come up here and say hi to everybody? Here. Real quick, okay? Here. Upsy daisy. He's gotten hurt. He's limping. I don't know how he got hurt, but he's gotten hurt, so. Right here, Bubba. Right here. Right here. Say, yep, right there. Right there. Yep, right there. See, he had been in all kinds of fights. That's why his ears look the way they do. And he had really bad ears there for a minute. And I finally figured out what was going on with him and got him taken care of. But he used to dig at his ears so bad, I thought he was going to rip them off. And his old neck, look at his neck. Where that collar was ate into him when he showed up. See it? Poor fella. He's got to have some age to him. And I might take him to the vet and see if he's diabetic. He might be diabetic. See how chubby he is? What you got on your back there, bud? What did I just feel? All right. I'm going to lift you up, buddy. Oh! See Daisy. There you go, bud. What is that? You got a tickle you, do you? What is that? As long as it ain't a tick, I don't care. It might be, hell. Nope, I don't know what that is. Okay. As long as it's not a tick, I don't care. Bunch of rust on my table. Alright. Let me go get some nasal spray because I want to be able to smell inside this thing. Okay. I'm not super clogged up. Just I want to be super not clogged up. Alright. Yeah. Goodness. There we go. Huh. What's that say? Printed by Dave Russell? What? I don't think I've ever seen that before. You guys see that? Printed by Dave Russell. Huh. I wonder if that's like the assembly line guy. They just literally printed his name. Like you had, take accountability for the product that you quality control. I don't know. That's weird. I don't remember ever seeing anything like that. What in the world? What's that say right there? Yep. You can see it. It says printed by Dave Russell. And that says press 250 direction. Press 250 direction. Then there's 5 seconds, or no, 0.005, 0.00, 0.010, 0.015. Huh. Same thing on that one. I don't remember ever seeing anything like that. I'm going to have to look at this other box here. Yeah, no. Nothing like that. Okay. I guess that's a 2004 Warnick thing. Alright. There's our inner sleeve. Lift up on that bad boy. Oh, look at that. Look how nicely packed in there they are. Oh, yeah. Ugh. 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 Now, these are the old style tan bags. They didn't make the change to the current style or print bags until 2008. So this is 4 years prior to the change. And let's see, 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years after the tan bags came out. Yeah, just gotta get one out. Chicken tetrazzini, menu number 21. All right. They don't have like that old plastic, that old MRE plastic smell. These smell like well preserved plastic, and they're not brittle. That's a good thing. I've had them. I've had 2008s and 2009s that the plastic was crumbling. So these didn't see as much heat as those ones saw. Those ones were pretty bad, though. I gotta say, they were pretty bad. Menu number 20, spaghetti with the meat sauce. Yeah, not my favorite. Not my favorite, as you guys know. All right. Third menu. Now here we got menu number 22, jambalaya. Jambalaya. Yeah, these smell good. These smell real good. Oh yeah. Yeah. Nice. This is a smaller meal. Like, that's one thing I can certainly tell based on the other two that I pulled already. Chicken with cavatelli. Awesome. This is a weird kind of very short run. I don't think chicken with cavatelli was around but a few years, like maybe 4. If I could be mistaken on that, but I don't think it was around very long. I want to say it was around 3 or 4 years. But it's like, if I remember right, I've never had chicken with cavatelli. I've had a loose one that I was going to eat, and I don't know what happened to it. But I think it's like a breaded chicken breast with marinara sauce that it's like marinated in. I don't know. But my mouth is watering thinking about it. I can tell you that. If that tells you how hungry I am. The last time I ate was... I don't think I ate yet. I intentionally didn't eat yesterday. The last time I ate was Thursday. Like early Thursday, I think. Pretty sure I didn't eat yesterday. Anyway, keep it moving. Smokey, keep it moving. Well, this is a weird shaped one. Vegetable manicotti. You know what? This one I have had, and I do remember. Surprisingly enough, I think it's a vegetarian meal. I think. No, it isn't. But I really enjoyed the vegetable manicotti that I've had before. Again, making my mouth water. It kind of reminds me of the chicken with cavatelli. It's just not chicken. Ooh, here's a vegetarian. Cheese tortellini from 2004 Warnack. Wow, that's a big one. That is a big. It's got a lot of weight to it. It's thick. Yeah. All right, look how nicely packed in there those are. Yeah, that's nice. Let's see. Yeah, I just want to take this out. There we go. I'll put that back in later. Ooh, wow, look at the size of that thing. Holy. Now that is a cansapa meal. Look at that compared to the jambalaya. That is a wild difference. This is like 2 of these. It's really like 2. What was that second one I took out of there? No, it was this one. Jambalaya was small. This thing's big, though. Really big. Meatloaf. Menu number 24. With gravy. I've had the meatloaf a couple times, and I really enjoy it. I've always enjoyed the meatloaf out of an MRE. Beef teriyaki. I am not a teriyaki fan, but I don't know if I've ever had the beef teriyaki out of a MRE that I can recall. I bet you that was a pretty short run. Ooh, that's a thick one too. Beef enchilada. Wow, look at the size of that one too. Menu number 15. Beef enchilada. I cannot recall, right off the top of my head, having that one before either. This is awesome. I didn't even tell you guys what I paid for these yet. Hang on and I will. Ooh, look, one of my new favorites, chicken noodles. I bet it ain't that good. The older ones aren't as good. That's menu number 16. I check on the noodles. Well, maybe it is really good, though. Maybe. Here we got menu 18, Cajun rice with beans and sausage. Boy, they was really trying to play the jambalaya, the Cajun rice and beans with sausage. Isn't that kind of like jambalaya? Isn't it? I guess the jambalaya had shrimp in it, which I don't put shrimp in. If I make jambalaya, I don't put shrimp in it. So that's just me. I put the sausage in it. And last but not least, menu number 19, beef roast with vegetables. Again, look at the size of this thing. Let me get this box out of the way so we can really do some comparing here. All right. Sleeve in here backwards so we can restuff. That ain't right. doing wrong? Huh. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Doesn't matter. Okay. That's a big one. Beef teriyaki is pretty good size. This one is massive. Massive, massive. And this one's also big. The chicken and noodles pretty good size. But the one I just pulled out right here, that is the heaviest, probably. It's between this one and the, I think, what was that other one that was great big? Cheese tortellini is pretty good size, too. See? Versus that. Big difference. Anyway, doesn't matter. We got to pick a menu. And they all sound delicious. I just hope that they're edible. I do. I hope that they're edible. I found these on Facebook Marketplace. I do not have Facebook, but I was looking on Facebook Marketplace, and I saw a case of MREs, and I was like, oh, somebody's trying to sell a case of MREs. They wanted $50 for it. I was like, oh, man. And I, just glancing at the date code and stuff on it, I figured that they were fairly fresh 2024s. Just like I said, at a glance. And I started reading, and they're like, yeah, we don't know if these are edible. They're from 2004. And I looked a little harder after I read that. I was like, no way. So I shot them a message, and I'm like, hey, would you take $30 if I come pick those up? And they said, yeah, I think I can do that. Awesome. Not only, where's that? Not only did I get these, but I also, the guy threw these in. I didn't meet the guy. Amber picked these up for me. I just gave her the money and she picked them up. For $30, I got all 14 of these MREs. That, no matter the condition, in my opinion, there will be edible crackers. There will be edible jams. These will have freeze-dried fruit most likely. I'm not really sure. These might be like 87, 88s, 89s. But there will be stuff in here that will make it worth the $2 a piece that I paid for these things, basically. If I paid $2 a piece, that'd be $28. So basically $2 a piece. I'd have to break down the change over 14. So $2 into, $2 divided by 14. I don't know how much change it comes out to, but $2 and a little bit of change per meal is what I get for these, and I couldn't be happier. Like, these look awesome. And again, I haven't had a case like this in a minute. I have some these eras put up, but I ain't got no access to them right now. They're buried. I'd have to dig a ton of stuff out just to get to them. I'm thrilled to have these. Thrilled. And if one of these, whatever we pick, doesn't work out, we can check one of these out. I'm going to bet these are probably in pretty rough shape because I think they've been being carried around loose like this for a long time. And that's what you'll see is if they're not storing them outside in a shed or something, if they got loose ones like this, a lot of times they'll get like thrown in the garage, and the garage won't be climate controlled, and they'll see a lot of heat and a lot of, it'll get cold in the winter and it'll get super hot in the summer and humid. So I don't know. These are a great backup though, and I'm happy to have them. Happy to have them. Even no matter the condition, you go on eBay right now and you find brown bags on there. You might find one for $15 plus shipping, so you're looking at like $23 for one brown bag, and you might get lucky and be able to combine shipping on a few of them or something. I don't know, but that's like the cheapest ones I've seen lately is $15. There was a case I should have bought them. They were 90. What were they? 90. I don't know if they were brown bags. It seems like they might have been 97s or something, or 98s. But they wanted $120 for the case, and then a pretty high shipping too. Which, I mean, that it's not cheap to ship a case MRE, so I get the higher shipping. I wonder if those are still on eBay. I should look, because if they're still on there, I probably should buy them. Anyway, we got a selection to go through here. I don't even know. They all sound good. They all sound good, except I can pretty well center out. I'm not a big tetrazzini fan, tetrazzini fan. I'm not a big teriyaki fan, but I will try that beef teriyaki. I don't mind the tetrazzini, actually. I don't mind the tetrazzini. They all seem good. Maybe I'm not, the manicotti could be really good and probably have a pretty good chance of surviving as well, the vegetable manicotti. And usually, especially back in this era, they really loaded up the vegetarians with extras like the sweets and the cakes and stuff of that nature. So there's our 2 vegetarian meals right there. Vegetarian, 13 and 14. Where's number 12? Or 13, I guess. Where's 13? Oh, cheese tortellini. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. Chicken with cavatelli. And 24, I just seen it. Where'd it go? Meatloaf. 24 MRE menus. Turn that sideways. See, let's turn it this way so you guys can see all the menus. Here we go. I think they're all on screen, pretty much. Well, maybe not. There's tetrazzini. There's that. All right. I'll flip that right back around here in a second. I'm open for suggestions. What do you guys want to see? You went live for the first time. Survival Empire Rations reviews tonight. Had some snags first time, but I think it ended up decent. If I could be of some help to you, I don't mind to help. I'm not good at this. I've got a lot that I want to do, such as like being able to screen share, sitting down using a laptop with a webcam setup, multiple cameras so I can have one on the table, kind of like Sean used to do for the museum, something along those lines. But yeah, I guess I might have a few helpful tips, maybe. No guarantees. But I'm an open book. I don't hide anything. What do you guys want to know? I'll tell you. Seriously though, they all sound good. You see the reflection of myself in there? No, you can see the MR. That's weird. You can see the MREs in my glasses. Why can't you see the screen in my glasses? Huh. That's weird. Survival MRE is meatloaf. Meatloaf. Everybody hates meatloaf. That's what I think every time I hear the word meatloaf, or if I see the word meatloaf. That's the first thing that pops into my mind is A Christmas Story and Randy sitting down at the Christmas, or not the Christmas table, but at the dinner table, and his mom makes meatloaf and mashed potatoes, and it's the scene right. I don't know if you guys into that movie or watching a lot of Christmas, but I have a lot, and she gets him to eat, acting like a little piggy, but it starts off with the meatloaf, and it's Ralphie that said he hates meatloaf. I think. Yeah, I think. It might have been Randy. Anyway, it doesn't matter. That's what I think about whenever I hear meatloaf. So, meatloaf, chicken with cavatelli, beef roast with vegetables, jambalaya, chicken with cavatelli. I think I said that already. beef enchilada. We got the Cajun rice with beans and sausage, which I don't know if I've seen that menu. Cajun rice with beans and sausage. Yes, I've had that. I remember having it. And the one I had was no good. I remember that. Vaguely. It's been a long time. Chicken tetrazzini. Chicken with noodles. What the? What was that? Who was that? Time out. Here. Look at the MREs for a second. Let's see what that was. I don't know. It's weird though. Okay, so let's get votes on what menu. Closed. Screen door's full closed. I'm pretty sure it was before too. It just slung open. There's no wind. It was storming earlier, but it's not now. Okay. So looking through the chat. Yeah, well, I've got stories about this house. Oh, we got another one for the meatloaf. I will not be threatened. Walking meatloaf. Walking meatloaf. Which movie? I can't place that quote. I will not be threatened by the walking meatloaf. Survival said, "Great deal." Yeah, I'm telling. I think so. Yeah. My wife makes chicken and sausage jambalaya. That's what I usually make. I'll get those. I don't know what type of sausages I usually get. I just know what they look like, and I buy them and I slice them and I'll fry them up in a skillet to give them like some caramelization and a little more texture. And I don't know. I slice them pretty thin, like about like that, and put them in with the jambalaya. My kids used to eat it all the time, and some shredded chicken sometimes. Usually, I used to put sausage in something. It's been a while since I've cooked it. I like that knock broccoli and broccoli cheese and noodles, and I used to add sausage and chicken to that one, and it was really good. Really good. Um. Yeah. Yum. The beef teriyaki is a little bit intriguing, just because I don't like teriyaki. I think that's why. What? Is that like those little French fry things? I don't know what that is. Huh. Yeah. Well, that sounds like a box of noodles. That's good that whatever that is, whatever's in there sounds like that. That means it's not stuck together. But it does sound like noodles. Clearly it's not. I don't know what that could be. Anything else make noise like that? Manicotti? This has got a weird something. Look at the shape of that. It's got something pretty weird right here, but I can't place what it might be. It's probably something silly. But I can't tell by feeling it, that's for sure. I have no clue what that is. It's got a weird texture to it. Huh. I don't know what's in that. Being a vegetarian, it could be something pretty cool. Nothing making noise in that one. Nope. Oh. Is that... I don't know what that is. And I'm not going to look it up. This feels like it's got the same thing in it as the vegetable manicotti. Like the packaging feels the same. I don't know what that is. Huh. And beef roast got anything shaking in it? Nope. That's a thick one too. Look at that. One of the biggest. One of the biggest. All right. What are we thinking, y'all? Spicy tuna roll. Put down the MRE. Stop shaking it so hard. Yeah. Good little MREs. All right, so I can eliminate this, guys. I don't want spaghetti tonight. I don't ever want spaghetti, hardly ever, with the MREs. I do want to mix the spaghetti with the meatballs mains. So we need to do that with the 2022s that I got. I need to order some more 2022s, but we need to mix the mains with the spaghetti and the meatballs. I think that will make the spaghetti edible. So everything else up here, like, I would like to eat. I would like to eat everything else up here. Not all at once, but something immediately. So the only votes we're getting are for meatloaf. We're going with meatloaf. We're doing the meatloaf. I wonder if it's got ketchup on it. I don't know. I don't recall. I think I've had the meatloaf once. I think. Put these back in here. Enchilada. Whoop. Easy. Chicken with cavatelli. Chicken cavi. Oh, it's coming. Whoop. One more skinny one in the bottom. The Cajun rice. Fit easily. And chicken tetrazzini. Layer number 2. Manicotti. Layer number 2. Cheese tortellini. Cheers. And the beef teriyaki. I want to know what that is. I'm tempted to look it up, but I'm not going to. I don't want to ruin these by knowing what's in them. I like the surprise. Oh boy, I did not repack very well. I'll figure it out later after we crack this open and eat. All right, so 2004. We're looking at the 224th day, something like that. According to this box, it's July 23rd that these MREs were put into the box. According to the bottom of it. If you wanted to double check, 224th day of 2004, which again, according to the bottom of the box, is July 24th. Very well could be. Big old fat menu number 24 meatloaf with gravy. This ain't just a chunk of meatloaf with some ketchup on top. This has got the brown gravy on it. So, I'm serious though. My mouth is watering. Let me go turn the water all the way up so it'll be rolling, boiling when I take it in here. Okay. We are ready. We are ready. We are ready. Probably going to have to cut this one. These peelable seals in this era usually don't work. But I'll just look, there's barely anything to grab hold of there too, which is, I guess, a problem. I mean, I can rip the crap out of it, but look how it's demolishing the bag. That's why usually I just prefer to cut them. Yeah, that's what happens. Oh, look at that. What? What? Wait a second. Okay, that's got to just be the accessory packet, right? Hang on, they AmeriQual these? Did they double package AmeriQual like these? All right, check this out. That is prime era of the MRE. From the, like, late 80s all the way up into the early 2000s. Or maybe even mid 2000s, actually. The double box, one on each side, protecting everything in the middle, also insulating everything in the middle. This is how MREs should still be packed today. Not in flimsy little clear bags that they get demolished. But I'll tell you right now, their focus has moved away from the longevity. I feel like they have mastered the chemicalization of the food so much that the food's going to last. I just don't feel like they're focusing on the taste and healthy aspect of it. I wish they would, though. I wish they would, because you got all those kids eating this stuff and fighting for our country. They deserve decent food, man, if they're going to be stuck out in the field. Okay. I can't hide it. All right, first things first, we'll get this first box off the top. And it is mashed potatoes. Man, I love me some mashed potatoes. And they're not garlic or anything. These are just regular mashed potatoes. What? No way. Water, potatoes, russet potatoes, non-fat dry milk, soybean oil. You know, that ingredients list doesn't look horrible at all. Yeah, that is not a bad ingredients list. 6 grams of fat, 120 calories, and 500 milligrams of sodium is a bit much for some mashed potatoes, but hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. Normal, regular mashed potatoes. Next up, we got us a package of grape jelly, the 1 ounce version of grape jelly. Plenty of room for it right there. Next, we have. I'm not sure. Tootsie Rolls? Maybe? 2 of them? I don't know. It's kind of what it looks like, but we'll find out. B1, whatever that is. Looks like the. What? Oh, 198th day of 2004. Okay, that makes sense. Next, our partially biodegradable MRE spoon, of course. Get rid of it. I do need to get rid of this. Put it right here for later. Put up. Next up, we have. What? Huh? What the heck? It looks like crackers. That is awesome. Cookie, vanilla, sugar cream wafer. I have never seen one of these before. I did not even know these existed. That is so cool. Wow, look at the texture. You can see the texture through the packaging. Wafers. Oh man, that is awesome. That is so cool. What a find. What a find. Ooh, and a cocoa beverage powder. Type 1 fortified, of course. Wow. 190 calories in that package. And there is 42.5 grams of net weight of cocoa powder in that bad boy. Man, this thing is awesome already, and we're only halfway through, probably, roughly. This is what I thought that was. Huh. Crackers. I thought that was crackers. That, I mean, right? So cool. So cool. But there's a pack of crackers. 205th day. And you got 5 grams of fat, 180 calories, and 130 milligrams of sodium. Not that bad. Not that bad at all. Spoon. Next, we have our 2004 flameless ration heater that is actually no good. It's stiffened up hard. Huh. I wonder if it would still work at all. We might try that later if you guys remind me. Here is our accessory packet B. Looks like it's got some good stuff in it. Ooh, some ground red pepper. Yeah, no bottle of Tabasco in there, but that's okay. We'll take a look at that in a second. And last but not least, we have our big old fat piece of meatloaf with brown onion gravy. It does have caramel color added. 280 calories, 17 grams of fat. Nice. 100 milligrams of cholesterol. That's a good bit for this one little package, 8 ounces. 1,130 milligrams of sodium. I mean, it's not good, but it's average. It's a little lower than some things when it comes to mains. 2 grams of sugar. Let's take a quick look at the ingredients. Ingredients: meatloaf contains beef water, tomato puree, which is made of tomato salt and citric acid, onions, breadcrumbs, flour. Where's the parentheses? Riboflavin, blah blah blah. Anyway, we got seasoning. We got salt, modified food starch, Worcestershire sauce. I don't know. That's a pretty long freaking list. It's got niacin in it. It's got iron added in it. It's got thymine added in it. Thymine mononitrate. Mononitrate. Yeah, mononitrate. Riboflavin, folic acid, maltodextrin, natural flavorings, beef extract, onion powder, guar gum. Anyway, that's a lot of stuff. Less than 2% of what? Less than 2% of the following: dehydrated onions, modified food starch, salt, white pepper, soy lectin, and caramel color. Okay. All right. Well, there's the back. Military rations are good performance meals. Yeah, they ain't. They really aren't. But we'll take their word for it, right? The food pyramid was right all those years. Wrong. It just got changed recently. It never did make sense anyway. The food pyramid was silly. Here's our food grade ink. Meatloaf with gravy. This is going to be so good. I can already tell. I just hope it's in good shape. Hope it's in good shape. Get our mashed potatoes. Regular mashed potatoes out of here. Oh, we got some delamination going on. Look at the edges. Hopefully that's just a factory defect. Because everything else looks good, looks right. This looks good, looks right. Alright, I'm going to go throw these in some water, and I'll be right back. Alright, run me a timer. 3 minutes. 3 minutes from right now. I want to go pick that up. Pick that up out of there, because that's plenty enough to heat it up. And I don't want to do anything more than just heat it up. I don't want any cooking or overcooking to happen. Okay. Super cool item. First time I've ever seen one. There are crackers. Go over there. Whatever this is. Got some jelly. Oh, cocoa beverage powder. We gotta open that. And stick this in here. Let's take a look at this accessory packet. Right off the bat, we all see somewhat of a problem because it's red taster's choice, but hopefully it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It doesn't matter. One way or other, it'll be fine no matter what. Alright. First up, we have some actual ground red pepper. I actually really like this. It's more cayenne, I think, than anything else. Does it say what's in it? Oh, it just says ground red pepper. 90th day of 2004. We have our green, old school style chiclet gum. Nice, nice. We got a really nice looking shiny pack of matches that are, ooh, black with red tips. Cool. Good looking matches. Strike on back. And of course, they're made by TDB & Sons. You know it. You know it. Oh, easy. Easy. Just a little zoom. Just a little zoom. Just a little. Come on. There it is. And our red taster's choice that actually feels okay, but that can be very deceiving with the red taster's choice. We have a pretty old school looking non-dairy creamer, dry, that feels perfect. Very nice. Made by Trans Packer Services Corporation out of Brooklyn, New York. Very good, very good. Here we have our 4 grams of Domino sugar. Again, wonderful. Wonderful. What is this? Oh, we got our 4 grams of iodized salt, made by the Diamond Crystal Company, of course. We've got our moist towelette, National Towelette Company. And last but definitely not least, we got our United States issued butt ration. You can use it as a napkin, paper towel, whatever you desire. quick, let me get rid of the matches, the gum, the butt ration. Most all that. We don't need salt. I've got salt on standby. Alright. Keep everything else. Go in there with this ration heater. Okay. No hot beverage bag in this one, I notice. Alright. What are we doing on time? We still good on time? Let's start getting these beverages ready real quick. Alright. You know what? So I'm thinking about Dan. Let's keep Dan going right here. Let me go get this stuff out of here and wrap it up. I have a feeling that these mashed potatoes are going to be a bit funky, but we will see. We will see. Let's see if the Red Taster's Choice has made it. Oh, what's up, John? I didn't even see you in here. Whoa, we got good Red Taster's Choice. I'll be honest, like 1 in 10 Red Taster's Choice that I come across is good. That's not a joke. 10%, maybe 20%. Look at this. I mean, come on. Come on. I think Dan did text me back. Let me check my phone real quick. Okay. Well, that's great. Love to see when the Red Taster's Choice comes out of a 22-year-old MRE and it's in perfect condition. And this is the Transpackers Creamer, which looks amazing. Look at the color. Just nice and white. No yellowing. I mean, that's not really an indication yet so far. Like this, hopefully this thing's in good shape. Hopefully. The only thing that worries me is the mashed potatoes a little bit, but maybe it'll just be the mashed potatoes. All right, get our sugar in here. Nice. All 4 grams. I don't want to waste any of that. Yep. And put our crushed red pepper over here for standby. Cocoa beverage powder, I'm going to do separately. I think I want to have the two. I'm going to have 2 hot drinks, but we're going to do this clear coffee cup that I picked up somewhere. I can't remember where I picked that up at. Oh yeah, look at that. It smells good. It doesn't smell as good as the older, like the, I don't know, the prior generation of this before they started using this packaging right here. Let's see how it tastes. It's good. It's creamy, lightly chocolate, more sugary than anything else. See, that's what I noticed with this era of the cocoa beverage powders is it's more sugar than it is really anything else. A little bit of cocoa powder. The old ones they're better. You know, this is good though. Was it 43 grams? Yeah, 42.5 grams of cocoa beverage powder. This is a great big cup, so this is not a very good measure, but quite a bit of powder. Quite a bit of powder. All right, let me go get some hot water in both of these. I shall be right back. Okay. Here we go. That coffee smells awesome. Mmm. It smells like morning when I was a kid. My grandma used to drink Taster's Choice instant coffee, and that is what that smells like. It smells like my childhood. She used to drink Maxwell House and Taster's Choice. Folgers was too rich for our blood. Yeah. Give us a quick little. Oh yeah, it's really separated. Real separated. Liquids were at the bottom. Gelatinous jelly was at the top. It's going to be really runny, but at least it'll be incorporated back together properly. Well, somewhat properly. Okay. Let's get our crackers opened up. Yes. Nice little rush of air into that packaging. And these crackers, even though they were like bent looking, which I just broke them. Just broke the corner by not opening the package enough. But these crackers hold up, and look at the toasting on that. Very good. Very good. Okay. Let's find out what this is. I think it's probably Tootsie Rolls, but maybe not. Maybe not. About to find out. Yep. Vintage Tootsie Rolls. What's that say? A low-fat candy since 1896. The old shiny packaging. Look at that. 10 calories. No, 60 calories. Tootsie Roll Industries Incorporated, Chicago, Illinois. Cool. Those are still pretty cool. Ooh. Those do not smell good at all. They smell like rancid fats. What's in these? What kind of fat's in these? Let's see. Take a quick look at the ingredients list. Maybe. There we go. Sugar, corn syrup, soybean oil, condensed skim milk, Mm-hmm. And probably the soybean oil, or maybe, yeah, probably the soybean oil. I don't know. Maybe they're fine. Maybe, I don't think they're fine. I don't think they're fine. They don't smell fine. All right. Vanilla, well, cookie, vanilla, sugar, cream, wafer. So vanilla, wait, a vanilla flavored sugar cookie cream wafer? It's a wafer. Where do they get the sugar cookie part? Cookie. I don't know. This is also vacuum sealed, so I could probably get a hiss off of this. Let's try. Oh, it didn't open right. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, that smells awesome. Mmm. Very vanilla, you know? Oh, wow. That thing is a gem. Seriously. A 22-year-old cookie that still smells amazing. It got a little bent, but other than that, like, this thing looks perfect. And it smells awesome. Mmm. It smells like a sugar cookie and the vanilla. And you can smell the cream, too. The cream even smells good. Where it was vacuum sealed. Like, that's a big bonus. Big plus. Let me give these a stir, because that cocoa beverage powder is not dissolving. Coffee. Grape jelly. We'll get that right now. We'll just go get it. Get it done. The smaller the hole, the more control. Gun dog. Ain't seen or heard from him in a long time. Meatloaf. And let's do the mashed potatoes first. Get our bowls up here. Meatloaf bowl. Mashed potatoes out of here. All right. There's our delaminated mashed potatoes. I'll set this to keep it hot. Still in the towel. Pinch it down. I'm just going to cut it open. Well, it's got a tear notch, but it's not going to work. I mean, it'll work, but it won't. All right, we'll try it. Ugh. Okay, it worked. Usually never works. It worked because I said it never works. Okay. Ooh, oh, ow, hot, 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 hot. Ow, hot. Ow, hot. Ow, hot. Ah. Mm. Ouch, 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 ouch. Really, really hot. There we go. Not bad. They don't look, I mean, their color's a little weird, but ooh, they smell buttery. And they smell like fresh made mashed potatoes with butter. They even kind of have like that dirt aroma that potatoes have. I mean, I know you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm sure you've tasted that earthy dirt, and that's what you got, that smell coming off of here. Maybe I should try to wring every little bit out of that out there. I didn't plan on eating a whole bunch of this, but you know, might end up eating the whole thing. Meatloaf time. Let's see what this is looking like. will say, so far so good. So far so good. Oh, did I get on my thumb? Doesn't matter. All right. Yeah. I'll try my knife. I was going to just go get scissors, but oh, nice. I just spilled a whole bunch of gravy. All right, I got a mess I got to get cleaned up real quick. Daggone it. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. It's worse than I thought. Oh, boy. That's got to get thrown away. It was messed up anyway. Oh, I don't want that to get cooled down on me. Definitely made a mess, though. It's like super runny gravy. Look at that. You can see the onions in it, though. That's for sure. I hope I got it off the bottom of the tray, but I'm just going to trust that I did. For now, get it plated up. Get my tray back where it belongs. Right there. Oh, yeah, look at that. Gee whiz, that's some runny gravy. Looks more like a Salisbury steak than it does a meatloaf. Kind of smells like a Salisbury steak, too. Mm-hmm. Smells good. It smells savory. I smell the onion. I smell the beef. Yeah. That is... I like so far. I like what I'm seeing and smelling. And honestly, look, judging by that TTI sticker on that case, I thought these were going to be toast. I thought they were going to be in rough shape. But I don't know. It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. My mouth is literally watering. I am ready to dig in to this food that is 22 years old. Oh, I've got to clean my knife off. Yep, it's a mess. Good enough. Good enough. All right. Starting off with the meatloaf. Let's get a cross section on it here. It looks exactly the same on the inside as it does on the outside. No difference in color. So either over time it's just soaked through like that, or it was just cooked so thoroughly through that it's uniform in color. All right, here we go. Down the hatch. Probably a little bit of a big bite to start with. Okay. I'm definitely initially getting Salisbury steak. It's that brown onion gravy that, you know, the TV dinners, that's what they had. It's that brown onion gravy with the Salisbury steak. That's what they should have called this. I think a lot of guys in this era would have grown up eating Salisbury steak and been just as happy to see it in their MRE. All right, get another bite here with some gravy this time. See how the gravy is. I don't get any weird. There's a little bit of an off taste to it, just slightly. And you can tell it's from the age. It kind of, I don't know, it has like a little bit of a sour aftertaste, just slightly. But you can, like I said, you can tell it's from the age. It's pretty solid though. It's in pretty good shape from one bite. We'll see. Sometimes it doesn't hit me until the second bite. I've had that happen many times. My tongue will go numb after I take the second bite. I don't understand why or how that works, but it's happened to me more times than I can remember. A lot. All right, here we go. Second bite with some gravy. Gravy's an improvement over it being dry. Okay, it is coating my mouth a little bit, which is not good when you're talking about a meat product. I like the flavor. You know, I like it enough that I'm going to keep eating it. It's probably going to give me a little bit of a bellyache, but that's okay because I've been rebuilding my stomach flora and I can handle this without a problem. Well, too much of one. These mashed potatoes, these are meant to be together. I can tell you that. But I want to try just the mashed potatoes on their own because they smell and look really good. They really do. They just smell buttery. And I mean, they smell fresh. Let's try the mashed potatoes. A little bit lumpy. A little bit weird. I don't know what that is, that flavor. I mean, they're not as, I don't know, they don't taste buttery like I thought they would. They taste more oily, like some sort of oil. But they smell buttery. Maybe a little bit of garlic or something, maybe? No, it doesn't smell like garlic. I don't like garlic mashed potatoes. But let's get some mashed potatoes. Here, let me get a piece of meat first. And some mashed potatoes. And some gravy. That's how it's supposed to be eaten, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, they mix really well together. For sure. Obviously, that's how it's supposed to be. The only thing that's lacking is a piece of bread. So we'll try some cracker with it. Try just the cracker. Cracker's good. Still got the nice sharp malted barley flavor in this era. I don't think this is the bread that my palate's looking for, but it'll work for now. Some taters, and we need some gravy. Oh, we lost some taters. All right, here we go. That was a good bite. Stronger onion or something in that bite. Maybe more gravy. The gravy's where a lot of the flavor's at there. Yeah, the crackers do not. They actually take away from the flavor. Because that malted barley is so strong. The flavor of it, it's good. But sometimes it's not good mixed with other things. And in this case, I don't think it might. This is just a personal opinion. I don't really like it that well with the mix with the gravy. And I gotta say, the potatoes are a bit weird. I mean, they really are. I don't understand this flavor. I wouldn't say it's bad, but I wouldn't say it's good either. It's just like, it's edible. Get a big bite of everything. When it comes to these two, they're just slightly off. I can tell that they're definitely not perfect. Age or heat, likely, has taken somewhat of a toll on these. And it's weird. Because it seems like the original flavor's there, but it's like that aftertaste. It's weird with the potatoes, and it's weird with the meatloaf. I don't know if I've ever had just standard mashed potatoes out of an MRE. I probably have, but I don't remember having them. So, it's grape jelly time on some cracker. Yeah, I don't know why I'm craving this right now, but I am. Don't leak off. Don't leak off. All right, it's leaking off. I made it too runny. My fault. The grape jelly has browned, oxidized a bit, but it tastes perfect. Don't let the color fool you. Flavor's really nice. I'd say it's a bit dulled down from fresh, but it still tastes like grape jelly. Just a bit runny. One more. Come on. There it was. Big old chunk of it come out of there. Wash that down with some coffee. Ooh, that's hot. Real hot. It's a really nice, well-balanced cup of coffee, though. It's not sweet. It's not too creamy. Coffee's not super strong or anything. Doesn't have a whole lot of tannins going on. So it's super smooth. That's a good cup of coffee. Yep. I like it. Which one looks better? I think the other one. We'll keep one and open one. Yeah, we'll keep that one. Alright, Tootsie Roll. 22-year-old Tootsie Roll. I got jelly in between my fingers and now they're all sticky. Alright. I didn't mean to open like that. But oh, look, a date code, 96th day. That was on the outer packaging too, but there it is. Oh, that smells straight up rancid. It doesn't smell like a Tootsie Roll at all. Not even a little bit. Which is weird, because I ate a Tootsie Roll from, I think it was from the 40s, or like 1951 or something like that. I can't remember what the exact date was, but it was the Chosen Reservoir one, and it was perfect. It was a little hard, but it tasted perfect. Oh, look how chewy. Look how pliable still. Look at that. Very nice as far as texture goes. So, look. Okay, now that I've ripped it open, it smells like a Tootsie Roll. All right, we'll just try this piece. I'm definitely tasting and picking up on and smelling through chewing the rancid oils. But the Tootsie Roll flavor is predominant. It is coating my mouth a little bit. That's a shame. I didn't think that Tootsie Rolls went bad. I mean, it's not really bad. It's just it's a little rough. It's a little rough. A little bit. Especially like the smell coming back through my nose. Just maybe because I'm so familiar with what rancid oils smell like, and the slight coating in my mouth that they're producing. Not bad though. Not bad. I'll eat it. Seriously, one of my favorite things now to see in a somewhat vintage MRE is a cocoa beverage powder. You know, nice warm hot cocoa. It's a nice cool night. Been raining all day. This is hitting the spot. Perfect too. It's not off in any way, shape, or form. Forgot about the ground red pepper. My bad. I'm not eating any more of that meatloaf though. It's pretty funky. What did it say? Cream? It says cookie, vanilla, sugar, wafer, cream. No. Cookie, vanilla, sugar, cream wafer. Or wafer cream. Something like that. Again, I've never seen one of these before. And I kind of want to try to preserve it if I can somewhat. I'm going to cut it. See if I can cut it. Let's see. Let's see if my knife will just... Kind of. Messed it up a little bit, but... Alright. Did mess that side up, but that's okay. That's okay. Alright. Let's give this thing a try, man. Look how cool that is. It's an item I've never seen in an MRE, so... Cheers, y'all. On a very limited item. I wonder why these weren't in there. Initially, the cream has like a very cooling effect in your mouth. Like, almost like cold. I am picking a little bit of rancidity up, I assume, in the fats or oils that are in this. So it's coming through in a flavor right now, nothing else. But it's not very heavy. It's just a little bit, but it's there. This is not bad. The texture's a little bit off from what it should be. It should be super crunchy, I would think. Maybe it wasn't, though. Maybe this is it, because it was vacuum sealed very well, and maybe this is how it was supposed to be. It's not chewy. I mean, you guys can hear that. It's actually got a decent crunch to it. I like it. I like the wafer. This one tastes a little funny, but I don't care. Unique experience right here. For me, anyway. Now it needs some jelly. Let's put it under the... I know one of these lifted up. There it is. That was more than I wanted to. That's all right. Put that back on there. All right. We add a little jelly to it and grapeified it. We'll see how this does. Nope. That's actually not good. Those two flavors do not mix well together. Surprisingly. Well, that made for a really weird flavor. Really weird. I don't even know how to describe it. Kind of tangy. Kind of tastes like kind of dirty. I don't know. It created a whole weird flavor. It didn't taste like the grape jelly, and it didn't taste like the cream wafer. Have you guys ever had them cream wafers and you're eating them and they start like getting this weird tangy fruitiness to them? The first few bites I had of this didn't have that, and I don't know. Now that's all I can think about is where I've sat down and ate these before and ate a couple of them. It's like your palate gets tired of them and it starts, I don't know, the flavor changes on them. Oh, hey, a super chat from someone. Who sent a super chat? Dan! Howdy, y'all. Better late than never, right? Well, it's good to see you, buddy. Let me hit that like button for Dan. Everybody hit like on Dan's super chat right there. I'll heart it as well. Why can't I heart it? Oh, I can't. There we go. Thank you for the super chat, Mr. Dan. The man. Cyanide cookies. What's that name about? I don't know why I've never asked you what that name is about. This is a pretty unique meal. Don't remember ever doing this one before. The meatloaf. It's more of a Salisbury steak, but I don't remember ever eating one of these on a video or a live stream before. I think I might have had it one time before. I'm cutting this down. It's basically like cutting it like a store-bought wafer, huh? Instead of having that great big old patty. Maybe I should have just ate it as the patty, but I don't know. Stretching it out here, kind of savoring the moment. It's definitely something weird about that. I know what it is. It's the fats have gone off in it. Let me dunk it in the cocoa beverage powder. See if that helps it. Wow, melted it. Melted the cream. That tastes like something I've had before. Can't quite put my finger on what it was, though. Like a snack. Huh. Chocolate and wafer. Chocolate and wafer. Alright, I'm going to do it one more time just because I want to see if I can't figure out what this tastes like. Give it long enough to melt the cream. Definitely soggy, but what is that? That little bit of rancidity mixed with the chocolate and the cream tastes like something I've had before. What? I think I kind of know. I think I know what it is. You know the little Keebler. They're not. I don't know what they're called, but they're like little tiny cream wafers inside of them. Same lattice structure. It's just smaller and tighter, but it's got cream in it. But then they're chocolate covered. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. I think they're called something sticks, or I used to eat them all the time. That's what that tastes like when it's dipped in there. That's exactly what. Even that little bit of rancidity makes it taste like the Keebler elf stick things, the chocolate wafer stick things. Yeah, I used the Tim Tam coffee cup thinking about you there, Dan, because I said if you can't be here, at least I'll throw the cup up here and be thinking about you, Dan. That is some really smooth coffee. Really smooth. I do like the cocoa beverage powder a lot better, though. And a weird, somewhat like lightly rancid Tootsie Roll. Oh, yeah. It's got like that fruity rancidity. Goes away if you chew on it long enough. So it's kind of on the outside, probably. Absolutely, that's an awesome cup. Well, we need some cyanide cookie merch, huh? Something with your name and face on it or something. So, Dan, this is from a case of 2004s that I ended up buying locally here, which never happens. And it seems to be in fairly decent shape, I must say. I'm not going to hesitate to try to eat the other ones. Yeah. Now that I've chewed on that for a minute, it just tastes like a Tootsie Roll. It's got to just be on the outside of it, which is weird. I guess the oil's kind of migrated towards the outside of it over time, maybe. I don't know. But it does go away. I wish somebody else could taste this and tell you, because it almost sounds like I'm making that up, but I promise you I'm not. Usually you can't chew the rancid flavor off of something. This you can. You know what I didn't do? I didn't try that dipped in the coffee. Finish my Tootsie Roll bite here. I don't want to break it off and going down in my cup. Let it melt the cream. And here we go. Ooh. Not good. Really weird. Tastes like something I've eaten out of like a old MCI. Really added like age to it to dip it in that coffee. That's strange. Which it has a little bit of an off taste to it anyway. But overall, not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. One more piece of cracker and jam. I don't know why I was craving the cracker and jam so much. But, oh, no. I don't want to have to go wash my hands again. I wish the jam was a little more firm so I could get more on it. Because it disappears pretty quick and then you're just stuck with the malted barley flavor and cracker. And I got jelly all over my hands again. Dang it. I wiped my hands together and I must have had jelly somewhere on my fingers. Okay. Find a smoke from Delicious over here. I opened them French ones last week that were quite potent. Called gabeRILLA, I guess. gabeRILLA, Louise's. Strange one. Strange name for me. And I partially grew up in Gallipolis, but it's way different spelling. I think that might have something to do with the French. Gallipolis. Gallipolis. Or Gallipolis. I used to say Gallipolis. Some people say Gallipolis. Gallipolis. The word police is definitely not at the end. Not at the end. You know what? I kind of want them. That pack of mashes that we just found are really cool. Pulling the Wheezy and Galliweezy. I have a raccoon I call Wheezy. Wheezy! Call her Weezard too. Weezard. She's been coming around, I think this is like her 7th or 8th year. My oldest son was still living here when she came around, and he's been gone for at least 4 years now. I think she's been here at least 5 or 6 years, and she wheezes. She's very just I can She's the only one that does it. She's got some sort of respiratory thing going on that doesn't seem to hurt her or anything. Doesn't seem to really bother her or anything. So it's not like I could catch her. Yep. Oh, what? Really? I'll be. Yeah, Galflissa High. That's where I graduated high school at. So I didn't know this. So I know I didn't report this to you guys last week. I know I did tell you guys that they're building a data center 10, 12 minutes down the road from my house. And they're wiping out the entire area where the Mothman was. And apparently it's going to be one of, if not the largest in the world currently, which that's not going to last very long, but still, it's on a scale that's ridiculous. I just bought this. I was just at the courthouse back in October when my dad was in the hospital dying. I took the time out to come down here to try to fight this, but at the time, there was no mention of a data center. I was fighting a carbon capture power plant. That's what I was fighting. Nobody wanted it. Well, not nobody. Not enough people showed up. Let me tell you that. There might have been, I don't know, 20, 25 of us, and maybe, I think 7 of us spoke outside of like the people speaking in favor for them, like the senator, and got in a big fight with him. That was on the news. I don't know what we're going to do. You know, it's not just me fear mongering or thinking this is bad or whatever. I've been talking to people and asking them, and weirdly enough, just the 2 people that I've talked to between yesterday and today that live right here. I didn't say this. I didn't mention anything like this. They brought this up, but they both said we're going to just have to move. Like they're using us as human test subjects, and the ones that can't afford to move, that's exactly what they're going to be, is human test subjects. I need to shoot a documentary. I think it's been weighing on me. I don't know how much help it'll be, but we need to shine some honest light on what is really going on here. Because again, this was 6-ish months ago, 7 months ago, whatever it was, 8 months ago, 7 months ago. There was no mention of a data center, let alone the largest data center in the world, Google also being the proprietor. It's disgusting. If I wish I could show you what has happened just in the past 2-3 weeks. It went, well, definitely within the last month, it went from being a lush, tons of trees, nice looking spot, airport. Our little local Yokel County airport was there. But they bought that. There won't be one anymore. And they're saying that they've divvied up 100. Google, mainly, I assume, is that like they're the owners, gave the state $109 million. And they divvied it up throughout all the different counties. Let me ask you something. Is this data center going to affect those other counties and those other areas? Why didn't that money go to the people that live right here that's going to have to deal with this crap? That this is going to make sick. That this is going to kill. This is not good. Not good. Here I am speaking on a Google platform, by the way. I've got to change my approach if I'm going to do something about this, or if I'm going to try, I guess is what I should say. If I'm going to try to do something about this, I'm going to have to change my approach. I'm going to have to add platforms, change platforms, and not. I can't do it on this channel. Like this would, if I do that on here, it'll ruin my channel for sure. Yeah, well, Amber just said on that. So the TNT area is what everybody's been coming here for the past 20 years because of the Mothman lore. It still looked like it did back in the 60s when this happened. People could drive out there, they could go to the igloos, they could see the areas that where all the TV shows have done recreations, and gone. Unrecognizable already. It's gone. And it's disgusting. And the people that live right next to that place, my mom grew up with a lady that lives right there, and literally, like, her house, so there's, I think she has a fence in her backyard from what I understand, but from the fence to the back of her house might be 20 feet from the edge of the property, and she said that they are blasting rock music from 7 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock in the evening. They're trying to run the residents out of there, and they don't want to pay for the land. They're just trying to run them out of there, and they're building right up to their back door. Like, this is beyond ridiculous. We have never seen a movement like this or anything like this in this country ever. You go back to World War II when they were converting car factories and you name it, paint factories, anything for the war effort, making ammunition, making guns, making you name it. This dwarfs that by magnitudes we don't even understand. It's so massive. The last number I seen just yesterday, day before, the amount of data centers that have already been built, I think was like 4,600-ish. It was either 42 or 4,600. Take my numbers with a grain of salt, but I'm in the realm that have already been built. The last map that I looked at, Virginia had a crap ton, which is neighboring state to us, and the first map that I looked up and I saw, West Virginia, my state, had a question mark on it. There were no data centers in West Virginia at that, like when that map just there's still not any built as far as I know, but they're in the process, and they're wanting to build another one 10 minutes up the road from my house. This one 12 minutes, 15 minutes down river from my house, and then when you get down to the Kanawha River, which is where the Ohio and the Kanawha Rivers meet, where the first shots of the Revolutionary War were fired, where there's all kinds of Native American artifacts scattered all over the place. There's mounds, there's everything. They're wanting to put another one right at the edge. So from there, it's like a 30-minute drive till you get to the Mason County line, and they want to keep it in Mason County. That'll be 3 in Mason County, in my county, butting it right up against Putnam County, which is where my dad's side of the family's from. I mean, this is ridiculous. Gregory, Google Mason County, West Virginia data center. Tell me if I'm lying. I'm not. I promise you. It's all over Facebook. It's all over, whatever. The thing is, we never had an opportunity to do anything. We didn't even know about it. They just did it. The spot where they're doing it is where the carbon capture plant was supposed to be at, where I was. That's what I was fighting back in October. That's what we were told. That's like, are they really just? I don't get it. Are they? Look, take this however you want, but there's only going to be as much of this stuff happen and go on as we're willing to put up with. Does that make sense? When, why, how do we say enough is enough and do something? Like, this is literally ruining my area. Okay, here, something else. Just, I want to point out to you guys, I got a little audience right here right now. Listen to this. So, and I'll show you too. So, energy map for the United States, right? There's a coal mine 5 minutes from my house. There's a power plant that I worked in for I don't know how many years. and another one that's not even there anymore that I worked in for I don't know how many years that it's gone. But we dig the coal here. We make the power here. We make a lot of it. Okay? Yes, there are power plants in other states, but West Virginia, we're synonymous for digging coal, powerhouses. That's just what we do. It's what we've always done, right? Ever since they started taking advantage of the West Virginia people. Same as what they're doing right now. I didn't know this until recently. I've always thought, man, my electric bills are ridiculous. Not understanding or realizing how much cheaper they are just across the river. So check this out. Oh, it's on. Dang it, I don't have it on here. Here, let me see if I can pull it up then. It's on the phone that I'm streaming with right now. You can look this up. It doesn't matter. If you look at the map, American average energy cost by state, West Virginia has the highest energy cost out of the entire United States. An average energy cost of $732 per household. Think about that. How does that make sense? So 4 or 5 years ago, AEP notified us that they were going to start jacking our power bill up. Not a little bit. No. 40% total. Started off with a 10 or a 20% increase, and then it hit with another 10, and then another 10. Year and a half, something later. But over the past 5 years, we've had a 40% increase in our power bill. Like, what? When times are the hardest, and they're making literally the most profits that they've ever made. Out of their entire existence as a company, they're making more profits right now than they've ever made. Well, of course they are, because we're paying 40% more for our power. And they, well, coal's more expensive. They were shipping, when I got injured at work, we were shipping coal to that power plant right here in West Virginia from China. Rather than digging the coal across the street, we were shipping coal from China to this stupid power plant in West Virginia. Make it make sense. Make that make sense. It doesn't. It can't. You want to know why? One word. I'll tell you. Obama. Enough said. That's it. One reason. One word. Obama. That's the only reason. We have got to stop allowing them to shove candidates down our throats and electing these bureaucratic, lifelong, maybe generations long political families, they don't know how we live. They've never lived how we live. How many people do you know that are working 2 jobs scraping by right now? You know? I know people. You know people. We all know people if we're normal people because of how bad America has gotten. I'm here to tell you, America's on its way out unless we decide we're not going to let it fall and we're not going to let them take us down, because that's what they're doing. They're trying to wring every little last dime out of us that they can, set up a surveillance state, and then they don't care anymore. They don't need us anymore. There's a tipping point coming where humans are not going to be needed for virtually anything. That's why they're in such a mad rush to build all these data centers. I think that's one reason. And who knows? It could have something to do with some big plan to trick us all into thinking that aliens are here or something. Because I'm telling you, when Werner von Braun was on his deathbed, he told the whole time he was in America was 20, 30 some years, something like that. He told his secretary or his assistant that, and this is, according to her, this is what he said. He said, whenever the UFOs and the aliens start becoming public and everybody starts seeing them and knowing, he said, it will be the United States government behind it. That's what he said. Look this up if you don't believe me. Look up what he said. I've known this for years. There's a lot of weird stuff happening right now. Conspiracy theorist, whatever. If you're not at least questioning everything that's going on and being somewhat conspiratorial, which is a stupid made-up term, then guess what? You're probably one of the ones conspiring. You're probably one of the ones that are making these things happen. I'm just telling you. Like, that's how I feel about it. If you can't see all the crap that's going on right in front of your face, they're not even hiding most of it anymore. They're just telling you. The WEF, the WHO, Bill Gates, flat out telling you, we want to reduce the human population. Red flags. Red flags, guys. What's that mean? It's not good. Yes. It's all a distraction. Mr. Gregory, me and him are on the same page when it comes to this stuff. Like, for real. It's look over here while we rob you over here. And like I said, only as much of this stuff's going to go on as we put up with. We outnumber them 10,000 or more to 1. And I can tell you exactly what we need to do. We need to force a shutdown and fire everybody. Everybody. And start over. We only need roughly maybe 10% of what we have right now. Yes, we need to continue. We don't touch, maybe a little bit of the funding for the military, but not much at all. We keep the military and everything associated with the military pretty similar to what it is now. But everything else, we need to redo it. We need to redo it. I seen Dr. Oz earlier today, or I listened to it. I was listening to the video while I was driving. The Nick Shirley video where they started prosecuting all those POS fraudsters out in Minnesota, right? Some of the largest, well, definitely largest. No, actually, probably not. They're saying that, but actually, I know better. So they gotten away with a lot of fraud, though. One woman, she was trying to fly. Like, they literally caught her as she was trying to fly back. Last name Omar, conveniently enough. Or no, that was the guy that jumped out of the fourth floor window. Sorry. Anyways, this was one of the ones with, like, the Leering Center. One of those women. And all CNN was trying to say, well, we tried to contact them, and we only had one of them actually get in contact with us back. And they said they weren't doing anything wrong. Really? They lied to you and said they weren't doing anything wrong? No way. Who would ever do that? Not some honest Somalian person that came over here and stole $3.5 million. No, they would never lie to you. Well, they got their plane ticket and their passport ready. No. Just believe them. It's definitely the truth. God, CNN is so stupid. Most mainstream media, let's just say all mainstream media just needs to go by the wayside because they have outdated themselves. They lost track of what real life is. And, well, let's be honest about what started it all. Obama allowing propaganda to be pushed on the American people by the mainstream media and by other politicians and by lobbyist groups. That was illegal until Obama legalized it. That's why the world is the way it is. You want to know what's going on right now? Obama told you. Obama was sitting down in an interview, and they asked him, I can't remember what the question was. Something about, like, what would you do if you wanted to destroy America from within or something? Like, some weird question, and he answered it. And he answered it by saying that, like, I'm paraphrasing here, that he would get people to not know what to believe. He'd put so much disinformation out there, and the truth would be right in front of you. You wouldn't know what to believe anymore. See, like, at least half of the things that you think are insane and crazy are true. They just are. At least half. if not more. Probably more. But we need to start over. We need to start over. It's not going to be pretty. They're not going to like it. They're not going to go down. I would say they're probably not going to go down easily. But we outnumber them by so much. But we all have to get on the same page. Can we? Can we all get on the same page for the greater good for all of us? Well, all of us common folks. The only people that would be against it are people that are pulling, I don't know, crazy money, 50 to 100 million a year, something like that. Those people will be against us because we're going to cut off their funding. We're going to cut off their paychecks. If you make less than that, you need to get on board, and we all need to come together. Again, we outnumber them by so much. And just tell them to leave. Look, we're done. We're done. We're not going to follow the typical process of trying to vote you out. No, we're done. Get out. We're starting over. Like it or not, don't care. Don't care. And then we hire regular American people for these positions. We vote them in. Regular American people. Not career politicians, not family legacy politicians, people that have had politicians and politicians and politicians for the last however many generations. I mean, look at the Bushes. Look at that. How weird was that? What a weird setup that was. We elected his very goofy, probably mentally challenged son. We did that. We did that. I don't know if I voted. I don't even know if I was old enough to vote at the time. I'm trying to think. No, I was not. I was not. Not for Bush Jr. I was not. Wasn't for Clinton. Wasn't for Senior. Obviously, Reagan was president when I was born. And then we got Obama. The very eloquent, well-spoken, clean-cut man with a plan. So it felt right. First time and I think that was the first time I voted in a presidential election. It felt right. I felt like I was voting for the right guy, you know? The other choice was, who was it? I can't remember. Was it Al Gore? No. Was it? No. He ran against Bush Jr. McCain? No. Maybe? I can't remember who ran against Obama. Because Bush did his 2 terms. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Wait, did somebody say in the chat? Okay, Gregory, you are correct. And that you want to know why? Because propaganda is loud, and it's alive and strong. And propaganda is not enough on its own. You also have to have extremely weak-minded individuals that are either ignorant, lazy, stupid, or all of the above. Okay? Any one of those is enough for that propaganda to wiggle its way right in between your eyeballs and just get right in the middle of your brain and tickle your fancy. And you'll vote for free buses. And you'll vote for lower rent. That can't happen. It can't happen. Not unless everything else comes down. He has no control over it. Anyone with any sense can understand that. How's he going to tell someone? He has no control over that. None whatsoever. Mamdani is he's going to probably do a lot of damage to New York City just like Karen Bass has done a lot of damage to Los Angeles. And what has she been over there? I don't know how many years but she's been there too long. And then you got Gavin Newsom, who has just ran the entire state of California into a tailspin of a crap hole. And him acting like he's done anything for that state should get him immediately laughed off stage, laughed off television, or laughed off of radio. He has done nothing. They threw a benefit concert where they pulled $100 million over, and every single dime of that was to go to the victims. It was supposed to go directly to the victims, not to a charity, not to this, not to that. It was supposed to go directly to the victims. You know how much money went to the victims? $0. $50 million, though, we know, went to Gavin Newsom's wife's charity. $50 million of that $100 million went to Gavin Newsom's wife. And they, since, I think it was since then, I don't know, they own a winery that's worth $28 million, the last I heard. They own, I think, 3 mansions in California. I know it's at least 2. I think it's 3, though, because I'm counting one at the winery. Probably other states, too. I bet he's got a place in Florida. I mean, the guy, he's a picture of exactly what the politicians have been like here. Again, when's enough? When are we going to just decide to come together and say we're fed up and fire them all? Fire them all. Yeah, I used to say, 85 to 95%. We'll leave a percentage in there to keep things rolling, keep things moving. Not anymore. No, you can't have that seed planted of that corruption already in there, built in. No. They've all got to go. Now, will we end up hiring some people back or hiring someone that has intentions of corruption? And yes, it will happen. But we have to deal with it immediately. Nip it in the bud. We can't just let it exist the way it does now. Like, they knew what was going on in Minnesota. They know what's going on in New Jersey. They know what's going on in Columbus, Ohio. They allow it to happen because they're afraid to be called a racist, or they're insuring their votes. They're allowing these people to steal this money. They know that the Democrats are allowing them to do this, allowing them to be in the country illegally, all this. And you can say what you want, but they're voting. These people are voting. Karen Bass just told on herself. They had that little debate. It was a pretty small debate. And she told on herself. Illegals elected. They're illegals voting in her city. Look, I used to have a more open-minded, liberal view of a lot of things. It has changed in recent times because, well, things have gotten a lot worse, I think. Well, they have. Not I think. They have. And we can't just allow, we can't allow anyone that's here illegally to stay anymore. I used to be pretty liberal, but they're like, well, if you came here illegally and you didn't do anything bad, and you've been here for a few years and you held down a job, you weren't paying taxes, but yeah, you did good. You didn't get arrested for being a drunk or anything, because a lot of them are. A lot of these folks that come over here, I'm stereotyping, whatever. Stereotypes exist for a reason, and I see it. I see it a lot. Even locally here. So, anyway, you got to go. You got to go. Same thing with politicians. You're fired. You got to go. We got to do something. Got to do something sooner rather than later, because I feel a sense of urgency that I've never felt before when it comes to this stuff. I feel like we're almost to a tipping point to where it might be too late. It might be too late to fix it and undo what they've done. And I'll tell you a big indicator of why. And this is going to maybe sound a little silly to you. Maybe not. Maybe you'll understand. But I started complaining about this 3 or 4 years ago. I started watching and noticing the insect and bug population diminishing quickly. Watched grasshoppers disappear, gone. I'm sure there's 1 or 2 here and there. I don't see any, ever. Outside, doesn't matter. Don't see any. Crickets, pretty much gone. You know, you'll hear a couple at night, but they're pretty much gone. Lightning bugs, gone. That last year they were about half population. First year we lost about a quarter. It was noticeable. So over a 3-year period, we went from normal, as it's been my entire life, tons and tons of lightning bugs every evening, to losing a chunk of them, noticeable chunk of them, probably a third, the first year. The next year, we lost half of what was left. It was so, like, they were sparse. To this year, they're gone. They're gone. Slugs, they're gone. They're gone. Butterflies, ain't seen none. Ain't seen no butterflies. Again, I know there's some still out there that exist. It's just, they're not here. Bees populations, I have to assume is less than probably a third of what it was a few years ago. You have been seeing some. We don't have any more here. So it's good to know that they still exist. But Tim, I'm going to guarantee you're not seeing the numbers that you used to. I guarantee it. Everybody in the entire United States is reporting the same thing. And they can say what they want. Oh, it's the lighting. Well, why did you change all of our lights to these stupid blue and bright white lights anyways that ruin our night vision, number one? The reason that we had amber lights and orangish and amber and those color lights was so it didn't ruin and break our night vision. And now you've got these lights that are so bright, one light lights up half the town, and it demolishes your night vision. You're driving down the road, you can't see as well. It makes you more anxious. There's psychological reasons to it. And they're saying that that's the reason why we're not seeing lightning bugs anymore, because they don't know when nighttime comes. That's what they told us. How stupid is that? How dumb does that sound to you? So you're okay with killing off and diminishing and getting rid of an entire insect population to have blue lights and bright white lights for street lights? Who made these decisions? Who thought this was a good idea? Because I want to fire them immediately. Go back to the old lights. There was a lot of research put into why we use those lights, or what they chose to use as the lights. A lot of research went into that. And it made sense. It was common sense. I know it's not the lights, but that's what they're telling us. That's what they're telling us. That's what they're trying to use as an excuse. I'm just saying, I don't like the freaking blue and white, bright white lights. They kill my night vision. Gas earlier today for 87 was $4.63. Oh, and let's not forget that they just passed it through the House or the Senate, one or the other. I think it was the House, or was it the Senate? It doesn't matter. That stupid bill about using E15 and E20 to mix into your gasoline year round. So 87, 89, 91 is all going to be trash. If you put it in your vehicle, it'll eat away at the lacquer that's built up in your gas tank. It'll pull all the moisture out of your rubber lines and make them dry out very quickly. It'll make your engine run horribly. You can't even run in smaller engines like lawnmowers and stuff because they just will not last. You won't make it a summer with it running on 87. Buy 93. Spend that extra money. That's all I can tell you. If you don't want your vehicle to be destroyed, spend the extra money. Let's make something happen. This is ridiculous. We're supposed to be energy independent. Why is our gas jacked up the way it is? It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. The thing is, can we put aside our artificially created differences? Look, before this whole internet thing, before social media and all this, we could all go sit down and have dinner together. Maybe talk a little politics. Maybe. Likely not. But we could have a difference of opinion on whatever it may be, regardless of what it is, and still go sit down and have a dinner together. Didn't mean we had to hate each other. Didn't mean we had to be completely divided. When did that happen? We can have a difference of opinion and come to a happy medium where we can both walk away unhappy. You get a little something you want, I get a little something I want. Neither one of us get everything we want. That's the way negotiations and life is supposed to go when there's something that's not just clearly correct. We've got to change everything about what we've been doing, because it's been taken over by people that have learned over decades how to exploit it, and they're so good at it that over half of the population doesn't even believe that they're doing it. And there's where we come into the problem. The half of the population that's been tricked, again, like I started this off as, they're either too dumb or they're ignorant, they just don't know, or they are one of the conspirators. They're the ones that are doing it. You know, we better figure something out soon, though. Sit down with the left. We want all non-gay or crazy radical people dead. They openly saying it's the same here. See, yeah, I agreed with what you're saying, that's the messaging that's coming across, and that's all been hyper focused and hyper what's the word I'm looking for? Hyper polarized or intensified by social media, and the fact that we, as a civilization, as humans, are rewarding these people with more views, or we're rewarding the news channels with more views when they feed us these negative stories and this person, that person. No, we can go down and have dinner together and discuss topics that we don't agree on and come to an unhappy medium. Again, a proper negotiation, when you walk away from it, you will not be happy, but neither will the other person. And things will have happened and gotten done. You see, you didn't get everything you want, they didn't get everything they want, but you both walk away with something that makes sense to both of you. It's the way the world used to work. But again, like, there's all these micro instances, or some of the huge cataclysms of what came next as a result of one thing. With Obama allowing propaganda to be pushed on the American people, it went not nationwide, it went worldwide. Or should I say Western worldwide. any Western living anywhere in the world, pretty much, not immediately, but definitely over a somewhat short period of time, started getting the same techniques implemented on them and started breaking down their civilizations just like they broke down ours. After what we had done to us by Hamas and Hezbollah on the 7th of October, we still have people who side with crazy Muslims. You can talk with these. No. I'm good. I lost track of what I was going to say. Oh. The people that done that and the people behind that should pay. If it's 10,000 of them, or however many, whatever the number is. That type of crime, the perpetrators and the conspirators, the ones that all that, they should all pay. Period. There's no talking to people after they do something like that. There's no discussing things like that. Is an end point. That's where they go. They need to. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to. You know what I would like to say. I think. Or if you do happen to have to catch them or whatever, lock them up. Lock them up real good and real bad. Real good and real bad. I don't know. I feel a sense of urgency right now that I haven't felt before. I've got 5 generations, 6 generations of Tootsie Rolls sitting on my shelf right here. The dust from sitting. Let's see if this one's got a date code. Well, it does. This is a 98, probably. Maybe an 88. 292nd day of. It's an 8. Huh. Cool. I didn't realize the Tootsie Rolls had date codes like that. Let's check another one. This one's definitely different. This one's bigger. It doesn't have the cardboard inside. Flap up. Oh. E182BB. This one doesn't have a date code. Not one that relates to MREs. Huh. I don't know where this one came from. No clue. These are all ration related. I know that. All right. I have preached and politicked enough. I am thinking about doing. I feel like I should be doing something. Documentary. I'd have to take a whole new approach. I'd have to start Facebook pages, X page, Instagram. Instagram's not really for the negative crap, but you never know. You post a video there, it may go crazy. But it's not the point of making money from shooting a documentary, because it would be expensive to shoot too. But it's reaching the people that it needs to reach. And I think, I've been saying this for a minute now, I came up with this idea myself. I think we need to start a new political party in America called the Rap Party. RAPP. Regular American People Party. I think we need to do it. Like yesterday. And all these people that have taken kickbacks for these data centers and taken money, we need to put real life financial pressure on these people. If they own businesses, if they sit on boards, if they whatever, we need to be right there making sure that every single person that has to deal with this person until they go away knows that they're all about destroying our homes with these data centers. Our homes in their own. You know, they're planning on moving real soon, though. All right, guys. I am going to get off of here. I've always got a bunch of stuff on my mind. I got a lot going on right now. I picked up a pretty awesome bathroom for the apartment up there, for the studio, the one above the studio. I'm pretty excited about getting that put in there. It's gonna look good. Got to figure out what the flooring's gonna look like, but I almost don't care. I just want to pick it and go and get it over with. And I need 2 windows. I need 2 bathroom exhaust fans. I need 1 ceiling fan. I need not central air, but mini split units, at least maybe 2 of them. And I need some countertops and a kitchen sink and a couple light fixtures. I want to put a really cool chandelier when you come in. And then I need to start immediately focusing on the downstairs, because like I've got to get things wrapped up down there. I'm thinking about not doing much down there, honestly. Like, I got to do a little bit, and I got to renovate that back room and do like the minimal, because I want to start using it. Like, I want to have the studio. I want to get the studio set up. I want to have a podcast room. I want to do these things, and I should be able to. I should be able to set it up and do it. So it is going to take a lot of work, but it just needs to happen. So, all right, that's where I'm at. I think that the upstairs apartment will probably be done in the next couple weeks to a month, and then the restaurant. We shall see. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you guys being on the live stream. That case, I got to go back and check pictures on that, because I kind of hope it was like that before they shipped it, because if not, that means it's been leaking. So I don't know. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up or down before you take off out of here. And thanks to my patrons. See you guys on the next live stream. Hey, see you later, Dan. Later, guys. Phone's getting ready to die anyway.